What's going on, guys? Esau Davis with NACA, in-house real estate agent. I have some information for you. I get a lot of questions about payment shock, and normally I say, hey, well, just talk to your counselor or your mortgage loan originator. But sometimes I may be out in the street and I may talk to a random person and they're interested in buying a house, and I have to talk about payment shock and trying to get them prepared to get to NACA. So either way, I'm just going to go ahead and explain it and try to do my best to show you how a smart way of doing your payment shock to where everything is organized in your finances. Because going through NACA is a lot of documentation. You need somebody to help you get through it. And the thing is, the easier that everything is set up in the beginning to help you get to your goals, the more organized and the more comfortable and peaceful you'll be throughout the process. So this is called payment shock. And payment shock is only for those that they're trying to pay a higher mortgage payment than what they're paying right now in rent. And even for those that don't pay any rent at all, this method and what I'm going to show you is going to be good for even you, even those that live in that family, even if you're homeless, even if you're living at an extended stay. What I show you here is going to be perfect for you, no matter who. Perfect for you. Just follow the instructions and stick to the plan. So here we go. Let's say that let's say your rent, your current rent is $1,000, and your goal is to pay a mortgage payment of around $1,500, which equals about $245,000. $1,500 a month. Well, you would think the difference is $500, right? Your rent is $1,000 and the goal is $1,500. The difference is $500. But in order, let me write that down. Difference is $500. You would think that all you got to do is save an extra $500 every single month, right? But that's not the case when coming through our process. See, the underwriters want to know that you're overdoing it so you can get compensated, so you can get the credit for whatever amount that you're trying to go for. All right, so remember the emergency surplus money? It's called emergency surplus. And I think Dave Ramsey talks about this a couple of times. But let's keep it simple. All right, so emergency surplus. So basically, if you're trying to get $500 more, you're trying to over what you're paying right now in rent, then you need to be doing $700 to get $500, right? Because you never know what emergency things will come up. We want to know that you're comfortable. So basically, it's $1,000 for your base rent. You need to have the extra money for the $500 difference and the $200 on top of that. All right. So, but what I like to show people, what I like to do is show them an easy way to set this up. So no matter what happens, no matter what the situation happens, because you may be renting an apartment right now, and then you may go and start living with family. And what you were paying in rent then, you no longer pay it because it's different when you're living with family. So I try to set people up or give people some tips on how to be ready no matter what the situation arises, that you're still ready and it doesn't affect what you're trying to qualify for. So if you don't want to lose your stride, set it up like this. All right. So let's act like you have, let's say this bank account is, let's say that's your checking account. There's another checking account. And let's say it's a savings account. All right. We are going to write in here. No, we're going to draw. Let's draw this in here. Checking account 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be the savings. I can draw a good savings. And this is going to be the checking. What is your checking account number 2? All right, and this is going to be another checking. Because everybody has direct deposit, right? If you don't have direct deposit, go ahead and set it up now to make this easy. But I understand if you are self-employed or whatever, it's different when you're self-employed. Or you're 1099, which is still self-employed. All right. You got your checking account one, and most of your bills and everything comes out of checking account number one. And your income is usually direct deposit into checking account number one. So what do you have coming out of here? You have bills, right? Bills, and you have income coming in. So we're gonna do another box up here, and this is gonna represent your income, okay? It's gonna represent your paycheck. That's what it's gonna represent. All right, let's move everything down. I can. Oh, I can't move it down. All right, so your paycheck goes over here, right? It's your paycheck. Everybody know what a paycheck is. If you don't know, now you know. All right, so pay goes here. Then you got bill, you got money that's going in there, then bills are coming out, right? Sometimes you even have rent coming out. More than likely you do have rent coming out of here. All right. You got bills, you have rent, right? And then sometimes you may take money out of here and then you throw it over here. And then you take money out of here and then you throw it over here into the savings. Blah, blah, blah. I want to show you a different way of doing it. All right. Why don't you get rid of the rent? Don't have it coming out of here. Have it coming out of this account here, the checking account number two. And let this checking account number two, and it works good with checking account. Let checking account number two be the only account that you're using for your rent and for what else? Your savings pattern, your payment shock up here. And I'm gonna show you how to do it. So when you get paid, sometimes you can get a allotment set up, right? You know how you can set up money, you can set up go to your payroll department and set it up, or some people can do it online, like some of you with ADP, where you can go online and set up your own allotments. So when you get paid, it's gonna send part of your pay to this checking account number one, and then it's gonna send the other amount to, you can send it to checking account number two. All right. And once you do that, the rent will come out of here too. So it all be one. Don't use this for anything else, just for rent and for basically saving your money. All right. But you want to know how much, because most of you get paid every 2 weeks, right? Or some people get paid weekly, whatever the case may be, or semi-monthly or monthly. But I want every paycheck to do this as follow. All right. So let's say the rent that you're paying right now, let's say it's $1,000. Just talk simple. Your goal is $1,500 a month, right? Let's say, for example. Then you need to make sure that your goal is $1,700, because in order to get approved for $1,500, it needs to be what? $1,700, $200 emergency surplus. So what you're going to do is just take $1,700. Let's say if you get paid biweekly, you're going to take $1,700. Let me see if I can pull up. $1,700. Let's say 1,700 times 26, because there's 26 pay periods on a biweekly pay. Sorry, 1,700 times 12, because it's 1,700 a month. And then you're going to divide it by 26 pay periods. You're going to divide it down to the biweekly pay. So that's $785 every 2 weeks. Okay. So you're going to go and get that payroll allotment, and you're going to set up $785 going to this account every 2 weeks, because you get paid every 2 weeks. Or if you get paid weekly, you're going to divide everything. You're going to divide your let's say this $1,700 by, or you're going to say 1,700 times 12, and then you're going to divide it by 52, because it's 52 weeks in a year, right? Same method, same process, same method. Or if you get paid semi-monthly, you're going to take the 1,700 times 12 and divide it by 24. Same method here. All you're doing is splitting it up. So when you have your pay and it goes straight to your checking account number 2, 700 in this particular example, $785 goes straight into checking account number 2 every 2 weeks, and it's building and building and building. So this savings is starting to go up. But also out of the same account, your rent automatically comes out of this account too. So it's one motion. Of course, the rent is going to come out one time a month, but whatever other money that's left in here is just going to be left in here, and it's gonna, the balance is going to start building and increasing, increasing. All right, that means you're doing it right, but that doesn't mean that everything is done correctly, because you still have bills to pay, which means you still have money going over here too from your paycheck. You have another net income going in here, and it's supposed to pay all the other bills. No longer the rent is coming out of here. The rent is coming out of your checking account number 2. So all you need to do is worry about this checking account number 1 and make sure that the bills are not as heavy as the money going in. So that means you need the budget. Make sure the bills are that you don't have a whole bunch of bills and taking out money of this account. And if it's more money going out than it is money going in, then what you're doing over here is really not affordable. Because you're saying that you can handle your rent, the rent that you're trying to say that you're trying to go for. You said that you can handle it. And if you can handle this, that means that what you're doing in your checking account number 1, that means that the money that's coming from your job every 2 weeks and going straight over here, it should be enough to take care of all your bills. This shouldn't be going down every month. Well, Esau, I have to pay my bills and you know, this and that, but I have money. I still got a lot of money in this account, but it's just that it's going down every month because I'm taking care of the bills. I got to pay bills. That means that what you're doing over here is unaffordable, because if this money keeps going down and down and down, eventually whatever you had in this account beforehand is going to be down to zero after time. And we want to know that whatever mortgage payment that you're going into, we want to know that it's affordable. All right. And this is the way that we prove it. This is the way that we teach it. I know this might seem like it's a lot, but if you can get this set up and it happens and it works perfectly for you, that would be a great way to show that you can afford your lifestyle and what you're trying to go for. Also, on top of that, the money going into this account needs to be from your job. It can't be from other people helping you live, especially if you're the one that's trying to get approved for this particular mortgage. If you have somebody living with you and let's say they're not going on the loan, they're not trying to get the loan with you, then they don't need to be feeding your bank account and feeding your account every single here and there, every single other day or a couple of weeks, feeding your account, helping you live. Because now those are going to be deposits going into your account, not from your job. It's going to be coming from somewhere else. And now the underwriter is going to be wondering, where's this money coming from? And then once you say it's from such and such, but they're going to be like, well, this is not from your job. So they're going to deduct that analysis of your savings pattern. It's going to basically overall affect the way that you're saving money and the way that they look at what you can afford. So the best bet is to stop all that Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all those people sending you money and giving you money back from maybe y'all went out to eat or something. While you're going through this process, just don't do it. Tell them to pay you back some other way. Pay you back like cash or something. I don't know, but don't put it into the bank account, because it's just going to cause a lot of problems later on down the road. And because the lender, we want to know that you can really afford this off of your own income. And this is the way that we can tell if you can really afford the lifestyle, because your whole life is in your bank account. So we're going to be looking at that. So I hope that clears up Payment Shop for you. I hope I did not confuse you more than before. This is what it's called, Payment Shop, and it helps you to save your money. It's just a good way of directing your money and organizing your money so that you may reach that goal of a higher approval, higher than what you were actually paying in rent. All right? This can work for anybody. It can work for those that are homeless. If you're homeless or anything, then you would not have, if you live with family, then you would not have rent coming out here. It'll just be $785 in this particular example. It'll be $785 going every 2 weeks, and it's just building and building and building and building. There's nothing coming out. You don't touch it. Do not touch it, because once you pay your mortgage payment, can you go to the mortgage payment and say, hey, can I have some money back? No. So that's why you don't touch this account. Now, only reason you'll touch this account is what? To pay your rent. If you live with family and you pay them something too, make sure you pay them by check. You can pay it out of this account. If you're living at an extended stay, make sure the debit of that extended stay is coming out of this account right here, because everything is for rent here. If you don't do any of that, none of that, then you need to make sure that this account, that you don't touch this account, that it's steady building and building, so we can see that you can afford your monthly mortgage payment. And at the end of the day, you'll have a big old savings here too, so you can maybe use for buy down or something like that. All right, thank you guys. If you need me to do another video and clarify this again, if maybe this confused you, I will do that. Hopefully this clears up a lot of things for you to keep your bank statements clear and clean, straight to the point. My name is Esau Davis. Email esau.davis@nacared.com. And you can also call me at 704-574-6827.